we are going to be looking at how to set up Google Analytics. Okay, now this is going to be very brief. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come to this link right here which says sign into Google Analytics, and you're going to want to click it. Follow these steps, and this is going to be what the page is going to look like, and you're just going to proceed to this Analytics, and then it's going to tell you to put your email address. But if you do not have one set up, you'll just simply go to create an account, and you'll do your first name, your last name, your email address, your passwords, your birth date, your mobile phone number is optional. You don't have to put that in if you don't want to. And then you're just going to click next step, and then what Google is going to do is they're going to send you an email, and then you should be able to log right in. But if you're not able to log right in, just go check that email, confirm your link. Okay, and then it's going to take you into the dashboard. Now once you get into the dashboard, you're going to want to, these are the steps. Okay, click the admin tab, as you can see right here at the top, and then you're going to want to go ahead and click the account. And when you click the account, it's going to have a drop down menu that'll show you property. Okay, now once you do that, underneath property you're going to click the tracking information tracking code. Okay, you see the tracking information tracking code, and you see how the property's there, the drop down. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go through this, and once you click that tracking code, this is the page that's going to show up. Now these numbers are important. You don't want people to see your numbers, your UA number, okay, because that is your number that Google gives you, and you just want to try and keep that private if you can. So I would tell you, don't give out your Google password information or anything like that. Sometimes you'll go to websites where they'll ask you to give access to it so that they could tell you what you can do for SEO to have more traffic. Don't do that stuff, okay? So try and keep that private. And this is essential to set up because this is where you're going to get your most accurate tracking data for who's coming to your website. Now the reason why this is a good thing to sign up for is because number one, it's free and it gives you accurate data. Now in Google Analytics is going to tell you where the people come from for your website, how long they stay on, how many pages they went through, what pages they went from first, second, third, fourth, and it's going to give you the whole click-through of every person that came to your website. It'll tell you what pages they're dropping off at. It'll tell you what your bounce rate is. A bounce rate is simply when somebody comes to your site and they click right off. So if you have a high bounce rate, it's not good for SEO. Why? Because it tells the algorithm that your site doesn't have interesting information in it, so people aren't staying on it. So that's why content is important, to have good content on your website. And at the bottom of your articles, you want to have a link for them to click to another thing on your website to go to, because you want to keep them on there as long as possible, because it'll look better to the algorithm for Google and other search engines to rank you better in their search engine. So this data from Google Analytics is important because it gives you key information that you need to be able to say, okay, why are people bouncing off my website? What pages are they looking at the most? This is what my audience is interested in, so I need to give them more of this. What pages are they not looking at? Why are they bouncing off those pages? So it helps you to have some analytics that you can look to. Where am I getting traffic from? Where am I not getting traffic from? So that's where I want to spend my time to get more traffic, where I don't want to spend my time to get more traffic, you see. So it gives you a lot of information to go on to build your audience. Now, Once you get this tracking code, you want to right click this and copy it. You want to put it in your header or your footer of your website. Now if you're starting out, you're not going to want to go underneath your appearance and then scroll down to your editor and click that, and then go under spreadsheets and then go into your header and put that in your header, because if you do something wrong, it's going to mess up your theme and you're not going to be able to log into your website. So don't do that, okay, if you don't know what you're doing. So instead, I gave you an easy method, okay? So you would just go to plugins on your left hand side underneath a plugin and click add new and search the plugin header footer. Once you get that plugin header footer, okay, which is basically going to be this one right here, H&F, you see this? You're going to want to download this plugin, and this is the screenshots for what your plugin is going to look like. You see this? And you're going to want to install that, and you're going to want to activate it. Then you're going to want to scroll down to settings and go to header and footer and click on that, or it'll be under tools depending on what theme you have. So once you get that, you're going to want to come to page head and foot. You're going to want to paste that code underneath the head right here, and then you're going to want to scroll down to save or update, and then it's going to put the Google Analytics tracking code on everything that you have, whether it's an article or whatever you have on your website. So it'll track it for you. If you don't do this, then you're going to have to manually go in and get that tracking code for everything that you do and make sure it's in each individual article. And you don't want to do that. You want to have this as automated as possible so that you could focus on getting more traffic and getting more offers out and getting more people to buy things on your website. So you want to focus on what's important and free up any of your time by automating as many processes as you can. So that's why I show you how to do this, so you can automate that and not have to worry about that. This got some cool stuff on it, on how to, you know, make snippets and different things like that. But also your Yoast SEO is going to go into that stuff too. So that's what that's for. So you don't want to fool with this too much, because if you have Yoast SEO or have another plugin that deals with your SEO, because you don't want it conflicting with your SEO plugins. You just want to make sure you get the header and footer code in there. So that's what you want to do. And the other thing you're going to want to do with Google is you're going to want to type in Webmaster Tools for Google. Go to Google Webmaster Tools, put that same login information in, and then you're going to want to go to your sitemaps under Yoast SEO plugin, grab those sitemaps, and then go to your Webmaster Tools, and you're going to want to submit those individual sitemaps and then update them individually, your posts, your pages, your categories, and all that stuff, and then wait for each one to upload, and then it'll index your pages that you have for each one of those, and then track them in Google. That's the quickest way to get indexed in the Google search engine. Do that for Bing as well, and do that for the other search engines. So therefore, they index you quickly, and they know what you have. Every time you update something, it'll automatically have it in their Webmaster Tools. That's why I tell you want to automate it as much as possible. So those are the two things I want to show you with this particular video, in setting up your Google Analytics and how to make sure you automate it to get it into each page. So follow me for the next video, and then we'll show you how to do some other things, like what affiliate products you should sign up for, and what websites to go to where they have them all in one place, so you don't have to do it individually.